All right.
Wait. Before we start, can you see my nipples? I'm fucking freezing.
No.
Okay. Not nipping out. All right. Sick. Sorry.
I don't think we got 4K cameras for the audience to see your your nipple game.
Dude, I'm fucking
This is a
cold.
podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody can see.
You could hear it through
Well, I didn't want to
You hear it through
distract
the
you with
show.
my fucking nips, dude.
I'm not checking your nips up, buddy.
What's up, everybody? Or wait, no. We
yep.
switched it.
Yeah.
Rewind it. All right. What's up, lifers? It's Bricky Sergeant Benny, and we're back. You thought you lost us, but we're back. We're back on the Wednesdays. It's been a hot minute, but I hardly recognize you boys. So why don't we just do a little icebreaker here? You know, it's been I hardly recognize. Sarge doesn't have a beard anymore. So let's toss over to Sarge. Why don't you tell us who you are and a little fun fact about you?
My name is Sarge, and fun fact about me, my favorite two movies are Roadhouse and MacGruber.
Roadhouse.
Wild entry. Yeah.
Wesley!
I feel like that tells the audience everything they need to know about you.
What about
So,
you,
Kind of
Benny?
a little.
Well, MacGruber's got the throat rip. What's his signature move?
So the throat rip is actually a ripoff of Roadhouse.
Does he throat rip too?
That's where the throat rip originated.
All right, so you're just a
Oh.
throat ripper.
I didn't realize the two movies were related.
They're not, but they are.
Good deal. All right.
All right,
Well,
Benny.
yeah, I'm Ben. And I'm right-handed, but I play pool lefty. And I really like turtles.
Thank you for sharing. Do you ever play pool right-handed to hustle people?
I've only sharked once in my life. It didn't end well. Pretty shitty at pool, both lefty and righty. Definitely not an extra sport for me.
Wait, isn't
All right.
I thought it was ambidextrous, but
Ambidextrous?
I don't know.
Did I say it wrong?
I
What
don't
did you
know.
say? Ambidextrous?
You know what? Let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
Then.
And I'm Bricky, and that's spelled B as in Bravo, Ricky. A lot of people think my name's Ricky, but it's Bricky. And we set up our Christmas stuff on November 1st because my wife loves Christmas, and that was part of the negotiation.
Hey,
Okay, so I'm curious. What was the alternative to November 1st? Because you're early. You're very early, my friend.
Well, I think there are people that do November 1st. I think that is the first official day you can do it. And it's not so much, well, I think it's actually a smart negotiation tactic on my part because we spend no money on Thanksgiving decorations. So little chess action going on there. But you see, for me, and we won't go too far into this, but it's more about the taking down because once the 26th hits, I think it's about time to wrap it up. And my wife would straight up leave it until there was no snow on the ground. 6 months a year.
So part of the negotiation is that you get quick rip duties. The 26th, you're done. Everything's boxed up.
No, I didn't. I'm not that good of a negotiator. So we get it January.
Okay.
So
2 month window.
We get a solid 1 quarter out of the year with the Christmas stuff. It's the most wonderful time of the year. But anyway, let's move it along.
I have a lot to ask about this, but we'll open this up at a different time. It's almost the holiday season. And yeah, folks, so we're back. It's been a quick 2-week break. We've got our ducks in a row. We're ready to roll now. We've really appreciated the support and all the interactions from the fans. And we wanted to put more of a focus on engaging with you guys moving forward. Life Through Our Lens has been the three of us just talking about the daily shenanigans that is our lives. And you guys have provided us with some great stories and feedback. So we want to give the listeners a voice, whether it's a simple wow moment you experienced, a wild story from back in the day, or even a problem or dilemma. Let us know. We'll chop it up for you. and we'll shed some light on it for the other lifers out there. We want to give the lifers their lens. Additionally, if you have any other topic that you want us to chat about, toss it in and we'll see if we can fit into the show.
And how you can toss that in, ladies and gentlemen, we have a phone number, and you are definitely going to want to write this down. Our phone number is 651 419 0885. Once again, that is 651 419 0885. Or if you're afraid to talk on the phone, like a lot of people are these days, like answering the phone, shoot us an email at lifethroughourlens00@gmail. And then with the cherry on top, we also have a website, which you should definitely check out, lifethroughourlens.com. How sick is that?
I love it. And yeah, just so you know, the phone number, it just goes straight to a voicemail. So you're not going to call us and we're going to pick up and chat with you. But yeah, basically the three of us for like what has gone well, what do we want to improve on? And whenever we've asked for participation on Instagram or wherever we've gotten a lot of feedback. And a lot of your responses are freaking hilarious. And we're like, this is life through our lens. Let's do life through your lens too. So we wanted to bring this into the show. And I think that kind of just brings us into, our first little segment here. And it's the holiday season. This is coming out Wednesday before Thanksgiving, AKA the biggest drinking day of the year. So make sure you go ahead and save that number. If you get a little tipsy tonight and you need someone to talk to, you go ahead and leave us a voicemail. You might just make the show. But Sarge put out that we're looking for holiday horror stories, right? Thanksgiving's kind of the start of the holiday season. We got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's right in a row. So we want to do holiday horror stories. And we got a few entries. We got two of them to go through here. One is pretty lighthearted and funny. The other one is pretty heavy. And it's we're excited to share it, but we're going to start lighthearted here. So let me go into our DMs. This one comes from John. He said, I had somewhat of a tradition going to a new movie on Christmas Day. It was with my parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. You can just imagine the amount of people at this movie. Said one year we decided to go to Wolf of Wall Street. And I had to watch that sitting directly next to my mom and grandma. I don't think we've been to a movie on Christmas Day since. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, first of all, great movie. But maybe not with your grandma and your mother sitting right next to you. Are you kidding me? Boobies, drugs, more boobies. Are you kidding
All right,
me?
the part that comes to my head right away, and I think everybody can visualize this, at least every male, is when his wife is sitting there and he's telling him to crawl closer. Oh my God, if I was in between my mom and my grandma, I don't know what's worse, the grandma or the mom. I feel like the grandma might have been okay with it at that point. Kind of like whatever.
Wait,
I
what?
doubt it.
What? Who's your grandma?
Well, it's just like
Kind of
wouldn't have
weird
been as
shit are you guys
shocking.
into in Buffalo?
Yeah, I mean, like, would it have been awkward for my mom to my grandma? Sure, but like me to grandma, is that like a different layer of awkwardness? I don't know.
I don't
Yes.
know,
Like,
man.
I'd be more
Yes.
awkward in front of my mom. Grandma,
I don't know, because I mean that movie's rated R, but it is so close to being rated XXX. Like it is a fine line. And not only are you doing that with your grandma on your left and your mom on your right, you gotta pretend like, oh, hey, look at that stain in the wall over there. Yeah, I don't see any of this. Like, hey, oh God, that's terrible.
I'm not interested in any of
Yeah.
this at all. Oh my God.
I bet John was just squirming in his seat. I bet he couldn't even eat popcorn. or sour gummy worms.
Okay, so if you're there, he said it was his grandparents, his aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody. Who would you want to sit to next the least?
I think he was in the worst spot.
He
by
had the
far.
worst spot in the house for
By
sure.
far.
He was in between his grandma and his
In
mom.
between them.
Oh, I heard that incorrectly. I thought he was there with just his grandma and his mom. I missed
No,
Which
the
would mean that
whole
he's sitting
family.
next to him.
I don't know. I
Whole
I don't know.
family.
I missed
He's
that. Whole
literally
family.
in between his mom and his grandma.
Well, I can tell you, I'd rather sit by the cousins.
Yep.
Mom and aunts. Probably aunts would be the most uncomfortable, personally. Grandma, grandpa. Grandpa would probably be the winner, actually. Your grandfather's there. He would have been cracking up jokes the whole time.
Yeah. You want to be on an end seat with your grandpa to the other side. And then you're good.
Very safe. Very safe.
Oh man. And what's funny is I do that every single Christmas as well. I go see a movie. But granted, it was more like Harry Potter or Star Wars. John, you got to know better than to go see Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, you had to have some idea that it might have been, one would say racy.
Time out. We also need to put this into context. When did Wolf of Wall Street come out?
It was like
2014.
You looked it up?
I'm going to say
7 years ago, 8
2009
years
or
ago?
2010,
Okay.
2011.
Because when I answered that question, I'm thinking like it just came out now.
Sorry,
But if I was-
2013. 2013.
Okay.
I was
if
1 year
I
off.
was 20, that's even more awkward. That's really bad. John, you poor bastard. I'm
Well,
sorry
no.
to your whole family that's the movie that somebody selected.
The only thing I can think of where they thought this would be a good idea was if it like legitimately came out on Christmas Day. So there was no reviews out about it. You know what I mean? Or
All
like
right,
no
so-
one had seen it.
The release date was December 17th. So he had time.
He had time. There's no excuse for this.
Social media and all that stuff wasn't as prevalent
That's
that long
true.
ago. Like he got blindsided.
Yeah.
Leo screwed him over. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna go see a Leo DiCaprio movie. It's gonna be phenomenal. All the parents are gonna be into it. It's family oriented, not G." Wow. He walked
Well,
into a half porno, half drug infused. Just, oh man. That
And
poor guy.
that movie is so long. It never ends.
3
So
hours.
it's 3 hours, dude. So everybody's just like, oh my, there's like doing like the loosening the collar, like, geez, when's this gonna end? Oh man.
That's awkward.
I'm just thinking of the part. Smoke crack with me. Just smoke some crack with me. Like looking over.
Oh
at
yeah,
grandma.
he's just in the bathroom. Yeah. I
Uh,
will not die sober. I will
oh,
not die
man.
sober.
I wonder if grandma and mom ever dipped into Quaaludes at all.
Grandma did.
The Ludes were, given out like candy back in the day.
It was popular in the 60s and 70s, especially for, I think it was like housewives, women that stayed home for depression. And then they were like, nah, this shit's intense. Being a stay-at-home in the 60s was where it was at. You were just like stoned, vacuuming, doing a little light dish work. You're like, oh, this is great. Every day is a holiday. I
So
love the dishes.
Benny's dream job is being a 60s stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom in the
With-
60s.
With like a whole can of hairspray in his hair to keep it up.
And the curlers at night, dude.
All right, well,
yeah.
yeah, let's move it on here. John, thank you very much for sending that in. I guess the only advice we can give is, hey, maybe do a little research before you take the entire family to a movie.
Yeah.
But, all right. And Sarge, you want to read this next one? The person gave us permission to use their name, but we just made an executive decision. We're leaving it anonymous.
All right. Before I even get into it, we can't thank this person enough for it. This is very personal. It's crazy. It's very life-changing, and we appreciate it. I can't believe you did, but it's fantastic. It makes us feel awesome that you trust us to reveal this. But all right, buckle the fuck up.
Can we do like a drum roll here?
Yeah.
Insert drum roll here. All right, go.
Okay. My parents divorced when I was 8. On Christmas Eve, when I was 21, I found out the reason my parents divorced was because my mom cheated. So let that sink in. Math guys, how many years is that of
13?
Okay, thank you. My cousin's parents were going through a divorce because my aunt had an affair with another woman. Apparently, my uncle told her, that cousin that is, that my mom also had an affair and she wanted to come to me for advice. Totally reasonable, right? But I had no clue about what happened. It was a shock because I was told a very different story. It was a dramatic holiday, to say the least. My whole life has been a lie. Whoa.
That is a Christmas Eve.
It's the
Sorry,
most
John.
wonderful
That doesn't even
time of the year. Whoa. Whoa.
That is juicy.
Whoa. I mean, that's a lot to take in. Man, okay. Where do we even start?
It's a heavy hitter for sure. I think first and foremost, immediate reaction. What do you do when you hear this information? Do you flip out? Do you punch your cousin in the face? Is it like a chain reaction knockout? What do you do?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not the cousin's fault. Like that person is also going through a tough, but you guys know whenever I get like earth shattering, I mean, not earth shattering news, but like you ever get like, you see the cop sirens go off behind you and you get your whole body just goes chilled.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the initial reaction to that.
Yeah, I do know that feeling. That like warm sensation comes over. You're like, no fucking way that this just happened.
And like maybe you question if you actually believe it or not. I mean,
oh, definitely.
13 years of not knowing. I mean, that's a little bit worse than me telling, this 5th grade class that my dad met Santa, But
yeah,
go ahead.
How old are you? You're 8, like in what, first grade when you're 8? Second grade, third grade, somewhere in there?
Second, yeah.
So
second or third, yeah.
So you're in elementary school. So the parents definitely did the right thing by not telling an 8-year-old that information. But like, that kind of sucks that the parents weren't the ones to tell her. So like, I guess let's just, what age do you guys think, like if this was being hidden from you, when do you think the appropriate time to learn is?
High school. I think like 15, I would say. Like, what is that, 9th grade ish?
9th grade.
Yeah.
I would shade toward college. Like I'm out
so
of the
21.
House.
So you think
18. Like you're going away to school. It's like, hey, by the way, you're an adult now. This is what happened. There was some shady shit. We did this to protect you. Just like Sarge, you were told Santa was real. We didn't want to shatter your world when you were 8 years old. I think 18.
See, I think 21, but like it's got to come from the parents, right? Like,
yes.
That's a good side question. Who would you want to tell you?
Probably my cousin.
Yeah, like would you want to hear it from your mom who cheated, or would you want to hear it from your dad?
Probably the mom, honestly. It's her
mom.
secret, kind of,
The cheater. I feel like the cheater has to dole out the punishment. That's like part of the penance. You did this act. You got to tell.
Yeah, but apparently it wasn't much of a secret. I feel like the whole entire family knew.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
They were left in the dust.
So the person who wrote this in said that their uncle who got cheated on was their dad's brother. So you know that those two are talking to each other, right? The two brothers, their dad, their uncle. So you know what those two know, but do you think the rest of the family knew?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
I think
Or
so.
do you think it
Wait.
was just the uncle like trying to deflect a little bit? I feel like uncle kind of opened a can of worms here.
He kind of did. He might have blown the news. But wait, I didn't hear this originally. You're saying that they were brothers.
Yep.
The dad that was cheated, both dads cheated on were brothers.
Yep.
Oh, the whole family knew. The whole family knew. Confident about that. Yeah.
Now, do you think if their cousin never told them that one of their parents would eventually have told them, I think they would have taken it to their grave, knowing absolutely nothing about this situation whatsoever.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know. I think 21 is a little late. The only time I could ever really see it coming up is with when you got a couple of cocktails in you, you know?
See, that's what I'm thinking was happening.
I'm going to err on the side of caution and say they probably would have told the kid eventually, but I don't think it would have came out on Christmas Eve. I think it would have been like a guy's trip or a girl's trip or something, a little powwow with your parent. And it's like, hey, here's the real details of the situation of what happened. And yeah,
like on March 7th, like
yes, President's Day. Just
so now, how do you think the cousin felt? And I wonder if they could just see it in this person's eyes that they didn't know.
Oh, I bet they felt like shit.
Oh, I feel way worse for the cousin, honestly. I think the cousin got the biggest blow ever. Her world's upside down
already. Yeah.
Everything's a mess. And you just go try to confide in your cousin, like, hey, can you give me some advice? I'm lost right now. Drop a bomb on the cousin.
So it's on Christmas Eve. So the next morning you're opening presents. Like, just how awkward is that? You're just like staring at them, opening them up. Oh, I can't even imagine.
It's honestly hard to comprehend how they felt. I bet they wanted to beat the wheels off of both of them, probably. Mom and dad, we're chucking knucks right now.
I mean, definitely
what the
mom.
Fuck?
Definitely mom.
So if we're talking about a hostile family, obviously temperatures might have been a little hot. Nothing. I don't know any of these people. But if the brothers knew and the cousin that didn't know got the bomb dropped on her, goes to dad, does dad go to blows with the brother? Like, hey, you just ruined Christmas. Why'd you do this to me? Deal with your own shit.
Oh, gosh. There's so many unanswered questions. There's so many, gosh, this is unbelievable.
How about this person who wrote it in? If you have any answers to any of these or have any further details you want to give us, follow up on the DM and we'll maybe open the next show with them just so we can have a little more clarity. If not, no big deal. We'll just move on. But man, we were reading that just like, I can't even imagine.
A lot of tension going on for that. Holidays are tough, man. There's a lot of family drama and that can't be easy. Although, Sarge, what's that one movie you said you get 2 Christmases?
Oh, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby,
yeah. 2
Sorry,
Christmases.
That might be, ill will.
God, that's terrible. We're fucking awful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anonymous. My bad.
So, all right, what if this person had siblings, which I'm pretty sure they do. I know they do. Do you tell them right off the bat too? Like, what is the plan of action there?
Well,
like,
at that point in time, yeah, you need to make this public knowledge, right? You're You can't hold it in.
Well, what if the sibling is, let's say, 13?
Oh shit. I think you tell them.
Repress the memory. You didn't hear anything. It was just the booze talking for the night, for the holiday. Let it go.
Yeah, start the new year off.
You know,
hey,
and
sibling,
then,
by the way.
January 1. Hey, mom, dad, what the fuck?
No way. If I'm telling them for sure.
Yeah, I think I am too. I think I would for sure.
I don't know.
Like, just think you would immediately, once you find this out. So you've been told some, who knows what story when you were 8, you believe it all the way up till you're 21. Once you hear that, you immediately start working backwards, connecting the dots. All the times that they said other things, knowing that it wasn't the truth. Oh, that would piss me off.
Well, obviously they didn't listen to the 30 before 30 episode where you said, whatever, always tell the truth. I bet that's fucking hard to keep a secret for 13 GD years.
Oh yeah.
Holy balls. I can't even keep a secret for 13 days. Good Lord. And what if they like fucked up? Like they kind of, maybe there was little hints that there's like kind of like brush under the rug. Like, I don't know how often that would come up, but like.
But that's what I mean,
this
though.
Person got their detective on that.
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Started playing back the memories.
Exactly.
Mom's special friend. A couple of context clues. Uncle knew the whole time. Might have been throwing some comments in there. Oh, that's what that meant.
Yep.
Man.
But the good news is this person did say they can laugh about it now. But at the time, it was just like obviously earth shattering. So, I mean, honestly, the best medicine is laughter. Let's be honest. So glad that they can laugh about it now. But holy buckets, boys, we got off to a hot start there with the old chime-ins. Life through your lens.
Yeah, and amazing. I mean, wait, sorry. Fucking edit that out. That's not amazing. That's fucking terrible.
We're leaving it in.
Poor choice of words, Matthew, you son of a bitch.
An amazing story. It's honestly, there's a lot of heat behind that one. That's a holiday horror story, dude. You're a little kid.
Literally.
I don't care how old you are. Your whole world gets crumpled really quickly. And the cousin. The whole, the poor brothers. I feel bad for them. They're just getting hosed. They picked 2 bad apples. That's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Well, on a much lighter note, one year for Thanksgiving, this was, probably like 10, 12 years ago. But my dog, Lily, who is still kicking, she's fucking 15, by the way, insane, still kicking. 1 year for Thanksgiving, we had my dad's side over, and we were defrosting the turkey. And she got up on the counter and ate the turkey. So we didn't have turkey for Thanksgiving that year.
So she had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. And my dad was just screaming at her once. And she brought it into her kennel and was just had the teeth going and just mauling this turkey. So
Time out.
Yeah.
I have defrosting the turkey. It was frozen.
Or maybe, okay, that could have been wrong. I doubt it was defrosting, but it was on the counter, either I don't know how to make a fucking turkey. So it was on the counter. And
I also don't know, but yeah. I was like, there's no way the sergeants were doing frozen turkey.
That was not correct whatsoever.
Okay. I just had to throw that in there because that was crazy.
Oh, wait, dude. Brickner, we have made a turkey. Do you remember? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we killed it. I totally forgot about that. It was, who was it? What do you remember? It was just, was it?
I think
us?
It was just at our college house in Duluth.
Yeah, but was it all the roommates or was it just?
No, I think it was me, you, Berg, and then Mikey V was there for some reason.
Dude, and we killed it. That was unreal. We played COD for 24 hours straight, I'm pretty sure.
And that's a holiday right there.
Yeah. Oh man. We just like gnawed on the turkey, took naps, little shifts, and we had like 3 TVs going. Man, that was nuts. What a
Yeah,
great
I don't
time.
I don't really have any holiday horror stories, but 2 years in a row going on the same breath as Sarge here. My dog ate my Halloween candy. 2 years in a row, wrappers and all.
And it's alive?
Not anymore. No, but it survived that.
Okay. It
Yeah,
survived
it,
2 years.
it didn't die from that, but like it was like 10 pounds of candy, wrappers and all, and they'll just throw it up. And it's like, well, I was gonna eat that, dude. Like, come on.
So have we been lied to yet again? Can dogs eat chocolate?
I mean, it got super sick.
Okay.
So I don't
All
think
right.
so.
Okay. Just blowing through the whole bag.
Yeah, to my knowledge, 10 pounds of Halloween candy is bad for dogs.
I think it would be bad for humans too. 10 pounds.
Yes. Confirmed.
Benny, do you got anything?
Horror stories. I have a few. I'm gonna save it for really the Christmas special.
Okay.
The only thing I really have at this point is just like traveling. All my stories revolve around traveling.
You hate
And
traveling.
I don't have patience for morons anymore. I mean, literally, I was just out of town for work. I get on the plane, everything's fine. Dude next to me, and we're on a tiny plane, takes his shoes off, then he proceeds to take his socks off. And he's doing like ankle stretches the entire flight. And this guy has the audacity to be choking down a hoagie while doing this. There's no entertainment on. So I'm like perusing around, listening to tunes, and I got Stinky Toes Stevenson mowing freaking a Philly cheesesteak for a 3-hour flight. What are we doing? People watching on planes is crazy. And then you should have seen the level of urgency for this guy getting off the plane, right? We land, it's already a shit show trying to get off the plane. Everyone's rushing. This guy's like, got to put his socks on, put his shoe back on. His other one, grab his shit. Anyway, horror stories are just traveling stories for me. It's like planes, trains, and automobiles in my life.
All right. Well, I think that wraps her up. So,
Yep.
Coach, why don't you take her away?
Alrighty. It is great to be back, everyone. We're excited for kind of our new direction. Just a friendly reminder, we are going to be doing bi-weekly now. So every other Wednesday, we will be releasing. We kind of came to that agreement just so we can do the better content for you guys like this. So you guys can have time to submit your awesome stories and we'll get some perspective on your life through your lens. By the way, we had no idea how well this was going to work when we came up with this. And we might be geniuses, like the dumbest geniuses of all time. But anyways, I digress. Once again, the phone number, please give us a call, is 651-419-0885. Or our email, lifethroughourlens00@gmail. Check out our website at lifethroughourlens.com. And also just once again, we appreciate you guys listening, but if you guys could leave us some GD reviews, 5-star only, we will not accept any other than 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. That would be awesome. That helps us out a ton. But spread the word, you freaking turds. Take her easy.